When we add roots, we can only add similar roots. This is like when adding polynomials, we could only combine like terms. Think of a root as a particular type of object. When we add them, we are really counting how many of that object we have. So if we have 2 square roots of 5, and then we have 4 more square roots of 5, how many square roots of 5 do we have total? We have 6 square roots of 5. In that case, adding these roots together is very intuitive. If we tried to add together 3 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 3, then it doesn't make as much sense, because if we have 3 square roots of 2 and 2 square roots of 3, then what type of object do we have when we add them together? Well, they're different types of objects. So we don't really have 5 of anything. So we cannot combine values that have different roots through addition. You might think that this means that we're stuck when we try to add the square root of 32 plus the square root of 18, because they're different roots, so we said we couldn't add them together. Well, we can't add them together right now when they have different roots, but let's simplify these roots and see if they do in fact match up. So the square root of 32 can be written as the square root of 16 times the square root of 2, which is 4 times the square root of 2. The square root of 18 is equal to the square root of 9 times the square root of 2, which simplifies to 3 times the square root of 2. So square root of 32 plus the square root of 18 is really the same as 4 times the square root of 2 plus 3 times the square root of 2. And in this case, we do have the same roots, so we can add them together. If we have 4 square roots of 2 and we have 3 square roots of 2, then altogether we have 7 square roots of 2. So let's look at 3 times the square root of 12 plus 2 times the square root of 108. So 3 times the square root of 12 becomes 3 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. The square root of 4 simplifies to a 2, so we have 3 times that 2 gives us 6 times the square root of 3. 2 times the square root of 108 becomes 2 times the square root of 36 times the square root of 3. The square root of 36 is 6 times 2 is 12, leaving us with 12 times the square root of 3. So 3 times the square root of 12 plus 2 times the square root of 108 can be written 6 times the square root of 3 plus 12 times the square root of 3. And if we have 6 square roots of 3 and we have another 12 square roots of 3, then we have 18 square roots of 3.